Yo, what's good game world? First off, I gotta say thanks to everyone who appreciated the first Pro Evolution Soccer tips and tricks video that we uploaded last week. And as I said in that video, if we hit the 20 like mark, then we definitely upload part 2. In this video, we're gonna be focusing on the intermediate tricks and skills and trying to get gold on the training skill set for this. But trust me, trying to achieve the gold trophy is not an easy task. So definitely sit back, relax and watch how a professional goes about obtaining gold in all these training modes in the intermediate skill training set. First up, we got Fruitball. This is definitely quite a straightforward task. All you got to make sure that you do is ensure that each pass connects with your teammate. Definitely try and make sure that your teammate scores a goal and try to avoid making contact with any obstacles. There's 8 different tasks to complete and the first couple is pretty straightforward. All you got to do is ensure that your through balls are connecting with your teammate and he's getting on the end of them and scoring, like how you can see in the footage in the background. It does get a little tricky when the obstacles start appearing, because most of the times when you try and play the through ball, it does ricochet off the obstacles, which means that you end up losing points. So try and keep as focused as possible in ensuring that your pass is perfect going through to your teammate. Once the opponents start to show, this is when it gets a little bit more trickier, because sometimes their movements is unpredictable. But you've got to keep your eyes on your teammate and watch his movements. As soon as he makes that move, you definitely sneak those through balls in. By ensuring that you're getting the correct through balls through, you can definitely see that your teammate finishes the ball superbly. And that's it folks, that's how you obtain the gold trophy in the intermediate skill training mode for through balls. Up next we got the penalty kick, and it's kind of self-explanatory. You got to score the goals, but definitely make sure that you're aiming for all the targets in the net. If you're not confident going for the top corner, ensure that you're trying to get the bottom corner, because that still gives you 400 points. But whilst aiming for the gold trophy, you have to still get a few top corner goals in there. Getting the correct power behind the shot is definitely essential, but making sure you're not hitting it too hard so you can still get that goal if the goalkeeper goes the wrong way. The right amount of power is definitely essential, so even if the goalkeeper goes the correct way, you still can try and get the goal. Most importantly, positioning the cursor in the right spot definitely helps as well. So even if you don't get the correct amount of power, just having that correct positioning gives you a superb goal like this. So that's how we get gold trophy in the penalty kicks skill training mode in Pro Evolution Soccer. Up next we got the sliding tackle. This one is probably the most easiest or straightforward task throughout the intermediate skill training mode in Pro Evo. All you got to do is ensure that you win the ball before the opponent crosses the red line, and that will give you maximum points. You can also get additional points by making sure that you also obtain possession. My example is not the best because I'm not actually obtaining possession, but that should still be enough to obtain the gold trophy, and that's all we're trying to get here, is just aiming for gold. If you really want to obtain possession, maybe don't hold the dash button like what I'm doing in my video here, but don't hold me responsible if that doesn't work. Even if the opponent gets past the red line, it still shouldn't affect the fact of you getting gold, but try and ensure that you're aiming to slide tackle the opponent just before he makes it past the red line. As you can see, that's definitely how we obtain gold trophy for the slide tackle. Let's move on to the next one. Next up we got the Lofted Pass, and I found this one to be quite tricky, so you might have to redo this particular one if you're aiming for gold quite a few times. I found the easiest way to get around this is making sure that your eyes is always on your opponent, and definitely making sure that you've already calculated what your next pass is going to be. So as soon as the opponent start moving, you ensure that you're hitting that pass button and you're getting the lobs right through to your opponents. As you can see the way I'm passing the ball around in the background, definitely is about precision here. Also making sure you're watching the player map on the screen so you can definitely see as soon as your opponent's trying to come and get the ball. And that's definitely the best tactics that I can try and give you for trying to complete this particular task. As you can see, that's how we gain gold. It's definitely about timing, making sure that you're not too much pressured on the ball and you've got that composure to make sure you can play that lofted pass. Next up, we got clearing the ball. This one's pretty straightforward. All you got to do is make sure that your positioning is always on point. As you can see in the background video, I'm always making sure that I'm in front of my opponent, trying to cut off any opportunity they can get to getting towards the ball. So it's definitely about locking down your opponents and anticipating where the ball is going to be coming into the box. So definitely make sure that you're always on your toes, looking for that opportunity where there's space in the box to just make sure that you get that clearance gone. As you can see, definitely keeping up the momentum here, making sure that we're always observant in the box, and that's how you obtain gold in this particular task. So definitely got gold for clearing the ball. Let's move on to the next one. Our last task closing out the training today will be close control, which is quite a tricky one and definitely frustrated me from time to time trying to get the gold trophy on this. The first couple of tasks is definitely straightforward. All you got to do is get around the obstacle and make sure you're scoring straight away, trying to save as much time as possible for the later tasks, which are definitely going to be harder. One thing for sure is avoiding the obstacles can sometimes be tricky, so just make sure you take that extra step if needed and definitely get that shot away. Once the opponents start to appear, that's when the task gets a little bit more challenging. Just make sure that you just take that extra step if need be, just like previously, and get that shot away. And as you can see, the keeper sometimes stands no chance in saving the goal. When shooting from the angle, make sure you have enough power in the shot so the player that's trying to lock you down and also the goalkeeper stands no chance of getting near the ball. As you can see from the example, this is how a professional like myself likes to put the ball away. And as you can see, 5 seconds left on the clock, and that's how we gain gold in this particular task. Thanks guys for taking the time out to watch yet again another urban gameplay video. If you enjoyed this challenge video, definitely make sure you like the video. If we get 15 likes, I'll definitely aim to post a hard version or the advanced skill training or whatever the next one is. Make sure you comment below, share the video, definitely subscribe if you've not subscribed to the channel yet. Until next urban gameplay video, peace out peeps.